Hey guys, welcome to Block Party Learn, where I am going to tell you all about everything in Block Party, from indicators, channels, strategies, and bots. Make sure you watch all the videos to fully understand what we can offer and what it can do for you. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at the Alpha Prime and the Multi-Timeframe moving averages. The Multi-Timeframe moving averages on the Alpha Prime are some of my favorite indicators. Why? Because they have so many different uses, from both support and resistance to gauging the trend and also signaling potential buy opportunities. There are, however, a few extra little perks on the Alpha Prime. Let's take a look at those. First of all, head on up to the Alpha Prime and click on the cog. That will bring up the settings. Here you'll see all of the fully customizable settings for the Alpha Prime. Today we're going to be looking at the multi-timeframe moving average / support and resistance. Seems a bit odd adding support and resistance to moving averages. We'll take a look at how we can apply this. First of all, we'll go through each setting. At the very top it says use the current chart resolution. Use current chart resolution. This will make the EMAs applicable only to the current chart resolution. So if you're on the 1 hour, 4 minute, 14 minute, or even 11 day, it doesn't matter. It will apply the moving averages to that specific chart. So if I click this, then you'll see these moving averages here, here, and here all change. And now we have all the moving averages which are applied to the 1 hour chart, which is the chart that I am on now. Now currently we have all of the EMAs set to the current time frame, but we can actually adjust these to various different time frames to our choosing. Let's take a look at how. First of all, we want to choose which time frame we want it on, from up to 3 days all the way down to 1 minute. For the purpose of this example, we'll use 1 day. And all you have to do is deselect current chart resolution, and it will automatically change your EMAs to the daily. And let's have a look what that looks like. So now we're on the 1 hour time frame, but using the daily moving averages. This is extremely powerful when you want to look at lower time frames, but also know what the macro time frame and macro moving averages are doing. I use the daily because the daily is one of the most popular moving averages, and certainly with the EMAs that a lot of traders are looking at. There's still a little bit more to look into. Like with all EMAs, you can adjust them accordingly to whatever you want. They are default 20, 50 and 200, some of the most popular EMA periods. But like I said, you can change them to whatever you want, and you can see instantly that they change quickly. Now, one unique thing you'll see about these EMAs is you'll see that they have these little channels around them. So why is that? Well, with EMAs, certainly when you're using them on such significant time frames such as the 1 day or the 1 hour, on such popular periods like the 20, 50 and 200, they can very often act as support and resistance. But if you have it on just such a thin line, sometimes you can miss that. So by adding in this channel, you can essentially give yourself a little zone of potential rejection. As we can literally see just here, the price has moved up and it entered into the 50 EMA zone, and it got rejected not once but twice. So it is always absolutely key to be aware of where these EMAs are and what they're doing and when the price moves into them. And here is another perfect example of the price coming up and testing the EMA and then getting rejected down. But if you feel like you need it to be more obvious, then you can just update that so easily. Head on down to the upper channel and the lower channel. If you want to make it slightly bigger, increase the numbers right there, and it will make the channels slightly wider and a little bit more obvious so you can see the potential supports or resistances incoming. And lastly, we have the Hull moving average. The Hull moving average is such an excellent moving average because it works on the general weakness or strength of a trend. And utilizing that momentum, it can sometimes give you a bit of a lead on whether a potential reversal is incoming. As you can see right here, it follows the trend so nicely, and once it breaks through and confirms, it tends to go that way. We use a default of 250 period, which specifically on the 1 hour seems to be incredibly effective, which is what we're looking at right now. The Hull HMA, and where it says 250, which is the default, you can update that to whatever you want. and you'll see the effect that it'll have on the actual moving average itself. Additionally, you can also change what it follows, whether it's the close, the high, the low, the open, or even the HL2 and beyond. And this will change what the calculations of the moving average actually uses. Of course, with everything, these are not the default colors, and these are the block party colors. If you do want to change any of the colors, then you can see all of the different colors that you can use up here. And you just select them and change them to whatever you prefer. And that completely summarizes the multi-time frame moving averages on the Alpha Prime. Till next time.